Welcome to Signal Stock. In the next few minutes I'm going to give you something you can actually keep, a simple framework, 6 letters, that lets you grade any stock in about 5 minutes using only free tools. It's called the Signal Score, and once you have it, you'll never look at a hot stock the same way again. Save this one. You'll want to run it every time a stock crosses your feed. Let me show you why you need it. Here's a puzzle that breaks most people's understanding of the market. Earlier this year, one of the biggest chip companies on earth reported the best quarter in its entire history. Record revenue, record profit, its AI business up 143% in a year. And the moment those numbers hit, the stock didn't soar. It crashed, down around 13%, roughly $270 billion gone in a single day. So what did the market see that the headlines missed? So here's how the Signal Score works. It's our own framework, a checklist we built here at Signal Stock. Think of it as a risk lens. 6 letters, up on the screen now, each one a trick the market plays on beginners and a simple way to catch it. Score each letter green or red, and the more red flags a stock trips, the harder you look before you put a cent in. Grab a pen. Here's your detective's toolkit. Letter 1, S, for shares. The trick here is dilution, and it's the quietest way a stock works against you. Picture a company that's genuinely growing, sales up, good headlines, and yet the stock goes nowhere for years. How? Because every few months it prints new shares to raise cash, and every new share makes the slice you own a little smaller. The business grows, your piece of it shrinks faster. The hydrogen company Plug Power is the classic case. Real contracts, real technology, and a share count that has ballooned nearly fourfold in just a few years, while long-term shareholders watched most of their investment melt away. The tell is simple. Pull up the shares outstanding today and compare them to a year ago. Flat or falling is green. Steadily climbing is red. The rule: growth means nothing if they're shrinking your slice faster than the business grows. Letter 2, I, for insiders, the one almost nobody gets right. You'll see a scary headline: an executive sold $60 million of stock. Your gut says run, but the headline hides the difference between two completely different things. The first is a pre-scheduled plan, set up months in advance, running on autopilot, usually just to pay taxes or spread out risk. It tells you almost nothing. The second is a spontaneous decision to sell, right now, by choice. That one deserves your attention. Take Palantir. Its executives have sold billions over the past 2 years and the headlines screamed panic, but almost all of it ran through those pre-scheduled plans. And here's the kicker. Even as the CEO sold, his actual stake in the company grew, because new shares were vesting faster than he was selling. The sharper question was never how much did they sell, it's how much did they keep, and is anyone buying with their own money? The rule: don't panic at what insiders sell, watch how they sold, and what they kept. Letter 3, G, for growth, and I mean real growth. Real money coming in the door right now. Some of the most exciting stocks you'll ever see have a thrilling story, a huge future market, and one detail buried underneath: almost no revenue yet. The nuclear power startup Oklo is a perfect example. Genuinely exciting technology, big-name customers like Meta circling, and yet it's still pre-revenue today, with meaningful income from its main business, selling power, not expected until late 2027 or into 2028. That doesn't make it a scam. It makes it a promise you're paying for years in advance, and promises get repriced hard, in both directions. Set that next to a company whose revenue is already exploding, and you feel the difference instantly. The tell: look at the income statement. Is there real revenue today, and is it growing? If the first real dollar is years away, you're buying a story. Green is money now. Red is a promise for later. Letter 4, N, for news reaction, because here the market grades the stock for you. Watch what the price does when good news lands. A healthy stock rises on good news and holds the gain. That tells you strong, patient owners are in control. But watch for the opposite: good news that just won't stick. When our memory champion Micron posted maybe the best quarter a chip company has ever printed, record revenue, $100 billion in customer contracts, the stock jumped, then handed back every bit of that gain within days and kept falling. When good news can't hold a stock up, something bigger is going on underneath, sellers cashing out, or a price that already assumed perfection. The rule: a stock that won't stay up on good news is telling you something the headline isn't. Find out what before you buy the dip. Letter 5. A, for advantage. One question. Does this company control something the world can't easily do without? Or does its whole story depend on something it doesn't control? Go back to Micron. Whatever its stock does week to week, the business builds a special kind of memory chip that advanced AI systems physically cannot run without. Only a handful of companies on Earth can make it, and everything it can produce is already sold, locked into multi-year contracts stretching beyond 2027. Its customers need it more than it needs any one of them. Now flip it. Oklo's reactors run on a special nuclear fuel, helium. That's still scarce and expensive, and while the company is signing deals to lock it down, a letter of intent isn't a guaranteed supply yet. The whole story still leans on an ingredient it doesn't fully control. Owning the bottleneck is green, depending on someone else's is red. The rule: strong companies control what everyone needs, fragile stories depend on what they can't guarantee. Letter 6. L, for the lens of expectations, and this is the answer to the mystery we opened with. Here's the secret that trips up almost every beginner. A stock price is not a scoreboard of how a company is doing, it's a bet on how it will do. The price already has a forecast baked into it, so the stock doesn't move on whether the news is good, it moves on whether the news beats what everyone already expected. That record-breaking chip company from the start? Its results were spectacular, but its guidance came in just short of the sky-high number the market had already assumed. Great wasn't good enough, because perfect was already priced in. And you just watched it happen a second time. Micron printed a historic quarter and still sold off, because after a run like that, perfection was the baseline. That is how a record quarter crashes a stock. So before you buy something everyone loves, ask what's already priced in. If the answer is perfection, even great news can hurt you. Reasonable expectations with room to surprise is green. Priced for perfection is red. Now watch the toolkit work, and watch it do something more useful than pick a winner. On the screen, Micron against Plug Power, all 6 letters. Look at Micron first. On the business itself, it lights up green. It isn't flooding the market with shares, its revenue is exploding, and it owns a bottleneck the entire AI boom depends on. But 2 letters flash yellow: news reaction and expectations, because a record quarter still couldn't hold the stock up, and after a giant run, perfection was already in the price. That's not the score calling Micron a bad company. It's the score telling you a great business can still be a dangerous stock at the wrong moment, and sure enough, it just fell about 20% from its high. Now Plug Power. Not a single green. Its share count keeps ballooning, its margins are still underwater, and it leans on subsidies it doesn't control. And here's the twist that proves the tool's worth. Plug's stock has actually jumped this year, on a short squeeze, not on a healthier business. A rising price and a strong business are not the same thing, and the score sees straight through the bounds. Same 6 questions, 2 completely different kinds of risk. One about price and timing, one about the business itself. So here's your rule of thumb, and read it as a risk gauge, not a scorecard that picks winners. 5 or 6 greens. Few red flags, so this one has earned your deeper research on price and timing. 3 or 4. Proceed carefully, and keep any position small. 2 or fewer. Walk away, there is always another stock. Remember what this really is: a filter, not a crystal ball. A clean run doesn't mean buy at any price. It means the business is worth your time. A messy one doesn't mean the company is doomed. It means you're paying for a story, and now you know it. Run these 6 letters before you ever buy, and you'll sidestep the traps that catch people who only read the headline. That's the Signal Score. This is Signal Stock. Please like and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you in the next breakdown.